Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. So most of the developers or the automation engineers use the Git every day, but they really don't understand the workflow. Now, what they do instead is that they just memorize the commands like git add, git commit, git push, but they exactly don't know what is happening between the different stages. So in this video, I will show you exactly how your code moves through the Git stages. So let's begin. In our previous video, I have explained that there are four Git stages. One is working directory, one is staging area, then we have local repository, and finally we have the remote repository. Now, let's take an example. You are working on 10 different files, 5 are ready, and all of this work you are doing in your local or the working directory. Now 5 are basically done and you want to move those 5 files to some safe area, which is basically a staging area. In order to move those 5 files out of the 10, you use the git add command. So git add command will move those 5 files from your working directory to the staging area. Now what happens is that 5 files are in the staging area and the remaining 5 where you are still working are in the working directory. Now your 5 files are ready to move further to the local repository. What you can do is that you will simply use the git commit. Here the commit number will be generated and your files will be moved from the staging area to the local repository. Now once you have finalized everything is good to go to the remote repository, then you will be using the git push command. Now git push command will move the files from local repository to the remote repository. Now in this scenario so far, we have started with the 10 files. We are still working on the 5 files. The 5 files are still in your working directory and the 5 files where you are showed, you move those files from working directory to the staging directory, and from the staging directory you move those files to the local repository, and from local you push those files to the remote repository. Now your team member, either is a developer or automation engineer, they added 5 files and they push those files to the remote repository. Now this remote repository contains 10 files, 5 files from your side and 5 files from your colleague. Now there are 10 files. Next day, you come to the office. Now you want to those changes or those files so that you can continue your work. So how you will work on those? So simply you will execute a git pull command. Now what this git pull command will do basically, it will fetch the changes and bring those changes to your working directory. Now your working directory have all the 10 files, 5 files from your colleague and 5 files on which you are working. On the behind, what happens is that when you execute a git pull command, so basically it executes 2 commands. One is git fetch. It will bring the files from the remote repository to the local repository, and then it will execute the second command, which is git merge. Git merge will automatically merge those changes to your working directory. So on the behind, when you run the git pull, it will execute those 2 commands, git fetch and git merge. Now let's take another scenario where you want to see which files has been changed, either you really need those changes or not. So in that case, what you will do is that you will manually write the command called git fetch. It will bring the changes or the new files from the remote repository to the local repository. Now here you have a chance, either you want those changes into your working directory or not. If you don't want, you can discard those changes from here, and if you really want those changes of the files, then you have to execute git merge command. Now this git merge command will basically move the files from the local repository to the working directory, right? So git pull, and then we have git fetch and git merge. Now we have another scenario basically where you have joined a team and you're starting a work and you want to collaborate on the project. So basically what you will do is that you'll execute a git clone command. Okay. So git clone will give you a copy from your remote repository to your local repository, right? And if you want to work on any specific branch, in that case, we usually use this git checkout. So if I summarize this high level workflow of the files, so basically you will be using a git add command. This will move the files from your working directory to the staging area. Now you want to save those changes which are already on the staging area. Then you will be using the git commit. So git commit will save the changes, right? And in case of the git merge, so basically it integrates a code. Git fetch will bring the changes to the local repository. Then merge will basically integrate the code with your local working directory, right? Git fetch basically here will bring the latest changes till local repository. Here you have a chance. If you want those changes, then you have to execute the git merge. But in case of git pull, it will get the latest and merge. So you don't have an option. If you execute this command, it will bring the latest changes and merge those changes to your working directory. And git clone will basically download the repository here. So here, these three things, like working directory, staging area, local repository, these all are basically on your local machine. Here, remote repository is basically on any cloud server like GitHub, GitLab, Azure DevOps, where team will basically collaborate. So on the daily basis, you're working on some files, you're moving some files from your working directory to staging area. Once you're ready, you commit those changes with the commit number and the current message. Files are here. And finally, you think that you're good to go with the push, then you'll execute the git push command. It will push your local changes to the remote repository, and from there everyone can collaborate, right? So that's how the basic git workflow works. This is how the files move across the different git stages. So in our upcoming tutorials, I will show you these things practically, how we are moving from git add, how we are moving from working directly to staging using the git add, from staging area to local repository using git commit, and similarly how we can push. But mainly in this series, we'll be focusing on these local things, and then we will see that how we can move or push our code to the remote repository.